Hello everyone, today we are in Shinjuku Station. We are going back to Hakone, a place where I was 6 months ago, but now we're going to do the standard touristy trail. So all the standard public transport what I talked about before on top of the mountain, this time we're going to do that. And let's see how Hakone is like in June. We will be exploring Hakone for the next 2 days, visiting cable cars, ropeways, pirate ships, onsens and more. To get to Hakone, we bought the Hakone Free Pass for 6,500 yen per person. This will give us a free return trip from Shinjuku Station in Tokyo to Hakone. 3 days of free transportation in the Hakone area, including all the highlights such as the cable car and the pirate ship, and discounts on certain attractions. Before we explore the full area, it is time to check in into our hotel first, and it seems we made a good decision. Wow, this was a really good choice here at Hakone. We pay around 9,000 yen or something per night, so it's not the cheapest stay, but not expensive either. And this room is just gigantic. So let me take you around. It's like a flat apartment type with here a whole kitchen area, and then if you go in here, it's the shower, the bath, and then the bed here. Even more important, that over there outside is the balcony. And then yeah, it was around 9,000 yen, like 150 yen per day per person for the onsen tax, so there's an onsen as well. And then this is the view, and that's just the best of all of it. So what can you really do in Hakone? Well, there's the traditional loop that people make, the most popular thing to do in Hakone. So we start to do the same. From Hakone Yumoto Station you take a train to Gora Station, circling you through the mountains with several small passages. Once at Gora Station, before we continue our way further, we first made a short visit to Gora Park. The Hakone Free Pass skill gives you discounts and free visits in the area. One of them is, for example, here, Hakone Park. So make sure when you buy it that you check out the full list of all the discounts and free visits that you can get in the Hakone area. After having explored the beauty of Gora Park, it was time to take the Tozan Cable Car train up to Tozan Station. It climbs an altitude of 209 meters. Once you are at Tozan Station, on a clear day you can have a beautiful view over this part of Hakone area from the viewing deck. Before taking the ropeway over to the other side of the mountain, but before you reach the other side, you will make an in-between stop at Owakudani. The first stop on the ropeway is Owakudani, where you can get a black egg, which is made in the sulfur falls right down there. And of course, because it's sulfur here, it smells really like rotten egg. So you can get a black egg, smells like rotten egg, will taste like a normal egg. And then there's a black egg, where everyone is taking their own selfie from. And then from here behind you have the smoke going on from the sulfur. As usual, it's very cloudy in this area. Again, last time I was very lucky, but yeah. And then you have to change here from the ropeway anyway, so it's a good way to get out. Before you take the next step, we're going down to Lake Ashi. To get rid of the sulfur smell, it was time to board the ropeway again, down to Togandai. If you're interested, you can make a short stop at Tobacco to see the original version of the cable car of when the line opened in 1959 and the replacement model that was introduced in 1988. However, when we get down to Togandai, it was time to board the pirate ship and enjoy a 40-minute journey to the other side of Lake Ashi at Motohakone. That's what happens in Japan when you're on a tight schedule. Going to 7-Eleven to secure your food, finding a bench to eat it, and yes, definitely compared to 6 months ago when I was here. So cloudy, you can't even see Mount Fuji this time. Can't even see across to the other side of the mountain, to be fair. But yeah, it's as always, a very lovely area to walk around. And it's good this time. Just use the boat. We're going to use the boat to the other side, back on the cable car on the other side, then to Hakone Yamanote, and then enjoy some onsen again. Last time I already visited on this side of the lake the famous story gate standing in the water. So it was time to make a return journey on the boat. Go back with the cable car and get to Hakone Yomoto to enjoy a traditional onsen. However, the next day we also enjoyed a more slightly different type of onsen, or swimming pool or bathhouse, or whatever you want to call it. We are now in unison, a public bath and a hot spring bath. I'll tell you all the ins and outs now, because it's a bit awkward to film here inside when people are walking around for their swimming. But there's a little bit of what I can film, and then we'll catch up on the area where I can't film anymore. So when you enter the swim area, that's where you see a big swimming pool. You will see a wine bath, a bath where you can do like a fish foot massage, but you need to pay 300 yen extra and it's only doing certain time slots. Then they have a temporarily bath that I think is every time in a different theme. So this June month is with umbrellas and the ducklings, those floating ducks on the water. And then you enter an area where you go into coffee bath, matcha bath, sake bath, and all those baths, like the matcha, the sake, the coffee, they really smell like that. For a more in-depth review about the Unison Hot Spring, please check out my video dedicated to this place. But especially, the public swimming area has some interesting pools and baths to make use of. So if you are around, you might want to consider to visit this part of Unison and skip the traditional onsen area. So at least you have taken a coffee, wine, green tea or sake bath, for example. The only thing that was left now was to take a train back to Shinjuku and say goodbye to the lovely nature area in Japan, Hakone.